Hello everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of this podcast series. Today we have Raj Nayyar with us. He used to work in Infosys earlier. Later he shifted to TCS. He started his trading career when he was in college. He's trading in market since 2017. A young trader. Recently he had an opportunity to give us a speech at Traders Conclave. So today he's going to teach about some intraday strategies in option, particularly in option selling. Raj, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Krish Bhaiya, for providing me the opportunity to come here.
Yeah,
So let's dive into the topic itself.
yeah. Before
So
before Raj, before going to the topic, we just want to know your story, how you came into the market and how you learned all these things, how you started making money. Can you just give us some brief?
yes, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. So I'll just go into it.
yeah.
So I'll give you a brief introduction about myself. So I'm a software engineer. I did my graduation BTech in computer science and engineering, and I graduated back in 2020. So I'll give you a little short story about myself, how I came into this the career of trading itself. So
Okay.
what happened? Like I started my college back in 2016. From past my first year, I when I was in the second year, so I used to get a very little bit of pocket money from my mom. It was a very fixed pocket money, and I used to see my friends hang out here, there, go to the parties. So in that case, I started searching what are the ways in which we can earn money. And what are so being a computer science engineer, the basic things which we had was the internet and a laptop. So what I was looking for was to monetize this. So from there, I started searching options, Googled many things, got into like content writing, data copy paste, but those were like not enough, and those were most of them were scam. Then I got into the world of another bigger scam, and that was binary options trading. So
Okay.
that's how I got into the like, chalo, there's something binary options, invested like $150, then but there was an option that you have to predict whether the market is going towards the upper side in the next 30 or 60 seconds and whether it's going to go down. And then from there, you will win money. You will get 90% as profit. If you invest $10, $9 will be your extra profit and $19 will be given. So that was also a bigger shabby scam. And from there, like I lost 100, $200. And from there, after like I left it, no, ऐसे तो पैसे नहीं बनेंगे भैया, we have to look to something else. Then I got my introduction to stock market as well. I got to know there's a Demat account things, and I opened my first Demat account was with HDFC Securities, and I didn't know that HDFC Securities was a full-time broker, and it has a very high brokerage as well at that point of time. So I opened my account with HDFC. I had my account, and I opened my Demat account with HDFC Securities. Then I randomly started buying some stock, selling some stock, buying some stock. Didn't know anything about it. Nothing. This was like end of 2017. Didn't knew literally anything. I was buying something, selling something. आज न्यूज में ये आया, कल न्यूज में ये आया. So I bought something, sold something. I still remember that somewhere during like 18, 19, I bought like 10 stocks of Maruti at 4,400. There was some news, and Maruti came crashing 400 points in a single day, 1 or 2 days, and I lost 400 rupees per stock, and I lost like 4,000 bucks in one stock only. So I invested approximately 1 lakh rupees at that point of time, and I lost most of the money. And I got out that too in stocks only, not in futures and options. In stocks only, I lost approximately 30 to 35,000 and came out with 65,000. And I said, Pranam, this is not for me, and I'm going out of this market. So then I also came about the brokerages and everything of HDFC Securities. Then I got to know about the discounted brokers and their schemes, and then also I started searching in YouTube's and everything. In that case, I fell into the one more scam of the stock market, that was Telegram Tips channel. That was my first time. Paid many of the Telegram channels for the year. 6,000 में lifetime membership ले लो, एक हफ्ता का call. And in the Telegram channels, they used to put some very big MTN profit screenshots. भाई दिन का 1 लाख बन रहा है, दिन का 2 लाख लग रहा है, स्टॉक ऑप्शन में पैसा लगाया, एक का दो, दो का चार हो गया, वाह. And even I used to say, and even on those Telegram channels, they used to highlight कि ये देखो, stock option bought at 10 rupees, exited at 25 rupees. Here is our client's profit. Got carried away in those. Then I started getting into it, subscribe to many channel. एक चैनल आया, देखा कि भैया 9:15 में उसने एंट्री दिया है 10 रुपए पे, 9:15 पे उसका एग्जिट भी हो गया 20 रुपए पे। देन आई सेड कि चलो ये ठीक है। 11 बजे दिया एंट्री 100 रुपए पे, 11:01 पे एंट्री एग्जिट करा दे रहा 220 रुपए पे, एंड दे आर पुटिंग अप द स्क्रीनशॉट। अरे यार गलती उनमें नहीं यार, गलती मेरे में यार, हम एंट्री ही नहीं ले पा रहे। दैट इज द फॉल्ट विच आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट माई सेल्फ। अब उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि चलो वहां से भी ये हुआ, देन आई अगेन स्टार्टेड लूजिंग अ कपल ऑफ मोर लैक्स। आई लॉस्ट अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1 or 2 more lakhs in that scam as well. Then from that 2018 to 19, I again lost 2.5 lakhs, and that was it. I said कि भैया this is not for me, ये हमसे नहीं होगा. Then also I opened my, so I opened some more Demat accounts in some discounted brokers like Zerodha, and I got introduced to Fires at that point of time only, and I started opening my accounts there. Fires was at the latest is Zerodha I opened in like 2019 and 20, somewhere in between that. I opened my account, put in some money there. Then there was I came into like yeah, Demat account handling services. One more scam. So he took the account, and then he from 1 lakh rupees. One day he gave me 15,000 profit. He took like his 40% cut. Bhaiya immediately भेज दो. And the very next day he lost 30,000 rupees as well in SBI stock option.
Oh.
And 33,000 exactly. I still remember his number is still saved on my phone because he lost me that money. Then I lost, and then from there I took my leap of faith and said, no, stock market is not for me, and I'm not going anywhere.
Hmm.
Then came the time of the year, the peak COVID time. The market started crashing, and then I started ki chalo yaar, people are, yeah, there are MTM screenshots. I didn't know at that point of that they were fake. That those can be fake as well. So at that point, yeah, someone is making money now. If I am losing, someone is making, and they are making money somehow. Let's dig deep into it. Then I started buying courses from the major big course handles on the YouTube and the Twitters and everywhere. I started buying courses. I took many of the courses. So see, out of that, like if I say if I had taken 10 courses, I've taken more than 10 courses. I would say 80-85% of them were like literally nonsense. They didn't teach me anything. But there were some courses, I don't know whether they're making money or not, but those cleared my fundamentals.
Hmm.
Those cleared my basics, and I learned many things from those some of those courses. Like कि basic बहुत अच्छे से clear हुआ. 2020 से 21 तक also I didn't earn anything, but I didn't lose anything as well. I was at like break even. I paid the brokerage 30-40 thousand brokerage मेरे year का गया है, but I didn't lose anything. So that was when my turning point of my life started. कि 2020 तक में I started कि चलो अब पैसा गवाना नहीं, ऑप्शन से तो एकदम दूर रहो, फ्यूचर्स एंड स्टॉक्स में करो. एंड ठीक है, थोड़ा उसमें कोई रिटर्न एक्स्ट्रा मिला नहीं, बट हाँ आई डिडंट लूज द मनी, कि पैसा गवाए तो नहीं है कम से कम. हाँ 30-40 हजार एज ए ब्रोकरेज वगैरह वो मेरा नेगेटिव ही रहा है, पॉजिटिव नहीं रहा. तो आई गिव दैट कि चलो दक्षिणा दिया. देन 2021 पे जब मार्केट पूरा प्रॉपर कोविड का क्रैश हो रहा है चल रहा है, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई गॉट इनटू learning about option selling as well. Then I got to say ki what if you have how to make probability tip into your favor and how to get. So वहां से मेरा option selling का जर्नी शुरू हुआ. And from that point of time, this was my complete turnaround of my stock market journey. कि 2020 से 21 में जो proper सीखे option selling का वर्ल्ड में घुसे, from there I started selling options. हाँ फिर पता चला कि यार एक्सपायरी क्या होता है, एवरीथिंग क्या होता है, उसके बारे में डिग डिप किए, went to many YouTube videos, read many books about them as well, and from there I started कि हाँ यार the money can be gained. I started gaining with a very small 2-3 लाख रुपए लगा के. Then I started कि चलो with this much amount also I am seeing some gains, at least not very big gains, but yeah I am seeing something at least. From there, that was the turning point of it. Then I came into like 2020 से was my first year. 2021 से कि I started earning money. I went into the non-directional selling short strangles, and from there I started making consistent money. I started adjusting position. Yeah, there were days when I even in the learning phase, even I was screwing up as well. But yeah, at least from there my phase journey completely started. From 2020, 21, 22, I made a good chunk of money from my that was my stock market journey. Ki, yeah, I started making good chunk of money from here. I was basically non-directional player. From the 2022 onwards, the regime also started changing. New expiries were getting introduced. Spin Nifty was introduced 2022 onwards and everything. Then from there, everything started changing. Then I started to chalo non-directional with there. We have to explore and diversify our strategies and everything as well. We have to make a better portfolio of our investments as well and diversify. From there, I started कि चलो यार non-directional तो पूरे दिन कर लिया. I have got my gain. Now in the end averaging hour, we can short some at the money options as well, seeing the market conditions and scenario. And from there, I started getting a little into the directional side as well. From there, I started sharpening my knife. कि भैया अब ये स्किल को भी डेवलप करो कि डायरेक्शनल में भी पैसा है, चलो वहां भी बनता है कुछ. एंड वहां से मेरा डायरेक्शनल जर्नी शुरू हुआ फ्रॉम 2022 ऑनवर्ड्स. एंड राइट नाउ आई एम कंप्लीटली आई शिफ्टेड टू कंप्लीट टू डायरेक्शनल सेलिंग नाउ. So this is my whole journey and how I came into the stock market.
Yeah, that's quite interesting journey. I would like to ask you one question in this journey: how you arrange the capital for trading? Because basically, option selling required a lot of capital, right?
Exactly. So I'll tell you in the initial time, I was in my college, my mom gave me like at that time we had a craze for cracking gate for MTech. कि चलो कोई अच्छा कॉलेज पे गेट हो जाएगा. So the initial capital, you won't believe, my mom gave me a made easy classes gate का coaching हुआ करता था. My mom gave me a fees of that 80,000 rupees.
Hmm.
That was my first capital which I brought from my mom and I blew it up.
Oh,
That was the first thing. So yeah, from there I started, mom ki there's something called stock market, we can yeah. So my mom was quite hesitant a bit because see, whenever you ask any people for their opinion for sure, most of them will say that we have lost money and we have parted our ways with it.
yes.
Most of them will say this. So what I had, even I took मम्मी कुछ ऐसा ऐसा चीज आप भरोसा रख के दो चलो. फिर I started the initial capital. I took again 1 lakh rupees. I blew it in stock market. I lost close to like 20-50,000. Lost it 50,000. फिर भी मम्मी को वापस दे दिया and I parted my ways. That was during the 2017, 18, 19.
Hmm.
So after that, when the peak market of the COVID crashed, so I asked my mom, this is a really good investing opportunity for equity for longer term in the stock market. Let's like do something. कि अभी ये करते हैं. So my mom had a FD that was close to 5 lakh rupees. She broke that FD. She gave me 3 lakh rupees. Exactly 3 lakh rupees. 2 lakh she kept with herself. And she gave me that कि 3 lakh बेटा, but यहाँ से कुछ भी गड़बड़ नहीं होना चाहिए. And this was like my last and final कि अगर if anything happens, you have to leave everything and you have to focus on everything here.
Okay.
So I was in the final year as well. I was preparing for my placement. I said चलो ठीक है. There I invested quite a chunk in my equities also. No futures, no options. Sometimes I played in the futures as well and long the futures. So some of them gave me a good return. So options to ekdam no tha because I had already lost quite a chunk. From there, I got a few significant returns. And from those 3 lakhs also at the COVID जब खत्म हुआ 2020-21 में, I got to know about option selling, how to tip it into the favor. From those 3 lakhs, I started gaining a little bit, but consistent gains. कि
Hmm.
चलो मोस्ट ऑफ द डेज आए. उस टाइम में थर्सडे का एक ही एक्सपायरी होता था. फिर निफ्टी उस टाइम तक आया नहीं था तो एक ही दिन था. बाकी दिन में नॉन नॉन डायरेक्शनल करके थोड़ा मतलब एक्सपायरी में तो वी कैन वेट फॉर इट टू गो जीरो, बट नॉन एक्सपायरी में थोड़ा भी मिला तो कंसिस्टेंट तो मिल रहा है. एंड एडजस्टमेंट कर करके अगर रेड में नहीं तो स्मॉल रेड या ग्रीन में ही क्लोज कर दे रहे ब्रेक इवन अगर इफ द डे गोज रॉन्ग एज वेल. तो वहां से ये आया तो वहां से मम्मी को आई स्टार्टेड गिविंग हर द कॉन्फिडेंस एंड आई स्टार्टेड वहां से जो छोटे छोटे चंक हुआ आई स्टार्टेड गेटिंग कि चलो टेकिंग सम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ द हाउस एज वेल कि चलो थोड़ा आज ये ला दिया थोड़ा आज वो ला दिया. दैट्स द ट्रू स्टोरी. तो माय मॉम स्टार्टेड कि चलो बेटा कहीं तो कुछ कर रहा है. बट माय मॉम वाज स्ट्रिक्ट, नो नो कि दिस इज नॉट योर फ्यूचर, यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन योर प्लेसमेंट एज वेल एंड एवरीथिंग. भैया इंजीनियर बनाया है, एक एजुकेशन सिस्टम में एक्सपेंडिचर है, यू हैव टू वर्क फॉर योर फ्यूचर एज वेल, मेक इट अ गुड वे. So from there, what happened कि चलो वहां से मम्मी को गेन दिखा दिखा के I asked mom कि मम्मी there's a thing called option selling and I need a bigger chunk of capital to get some good gains. That's how like we can focus कि ये और भी अच्छा गेन हो सके, we can work on it. So
Hmm.
my mom was very hesitant. घर पे बहुत ये हुआ कि ना ना हाँ ना हाँ ना हाँ ना, because see for option selling I come from a very middle class family, not a very higher class of family कि भैया अपने पास करोड़ 5 करोड़ 10 करोड़ है दे दिया बेटा ऑप्शन सेलिंग करो. No, we have a very small network. From that I asked my mom for money and mom was like भाई ये लाइफ का सेविंग्स है. You have to look to the family as well, and anything can happen because nowadays everything is very expensive. Medical expenses, education, and everything is way too expensive nowadays. So from there, हाँ ना करते करते Somehow I convinced my mom. She gave me my initial capital of 10 lakh 50,000. That was one more FD which she broke for me. 10 lakh 50,000 was the first bigger FD which she broke for me, and she gave it to me. But she had a condition कि beta you will be utilizing only 5 to 7 lakhs of it. Rest will be there in the account just for some contingencies. You are not going to use it. I
Hmm.
said okay, mummy. Idea was like, and from there it was this was somewhere in between 2021. So I went to Indore with my friend for his MBA internship. He said कि you have your semester gaps and no sorry you have your मतलब उस time work from home मेरा Infosys पे चला था, तू चल वहां पे मेरे साथ रहना. And from there in Indore I had hit my highest profits of my life at that point of that was 50,000 in a day. I did it for continuous 2 weeks. So that was from a capital of like 10 lakhs 7 to 10 lakhs के बीच का कैपिटल से हम ये किया. And mom said कि भैया बाकी पैसे इस्तेमाल नहीं करना, but on option selling Thursdays I even use those as well. कि चलो full capital use कर लिया, बाकी दिन बाकी निकाल के but I was very strict कि भैया आज जो भी आएगा I will अगर मम्मी ने बोला 10 नहीं यूज करना तो बाकी का 5-6 लाख निकाल के डाल देना, बाकी पैसा भले ही डीमैट में पड़ा है. तो वैसे करके हुआ. देन आई started taking the responsibility of the house as well. I showed her कि देखो मम्मी consistent gain हो रहा है and this is good gain, better than the FD itself, way better than the FD itself at those point of time. Because at those point of time बैंक निफ्टी में प्रीमियम भी काफी अच्छा हो गया. I used to play non directional in बैंक निफ्टी. हजार पॉइंट दूर पे भी 200-300 का प्रीमियम कभी कभी मिलता था. दैट वाज द गेम. And at that point of time I started, and then I said to my mom, see, I returned a quite like 30 to 40% of the initial capital which she gave me from the profits itself. वो हम मम्मी को 4-5 लाख रुपए वापस किए, and the rest of the profits से वापस किए, and my base capital was there. Then I said कि मम्मी अगर थोड़ा और कैपिटल होगा एक बेटर गेन होगा. So she broke another FD, and she was like very मतलब आंख से आंसू भी गिरे हैं. बोला कि बेटा याद रखना ये लाइफ का सेविंग्स है, एक एक रुपए बहुत मेहनत से कमाए हैं. So my father is no longer with us. My mom made me the man I am. So she said कि भैया पापा ने बहुत मेहनत से कमा के रखे हैं, फ्यूचर का सोचना, कभी भी कुछ गलत मत करना. किसी भी दिन बेटा अगर तुमको लगे कि गलत हो रहा है तो तुरंत निकल जाना, बाहर आ जाना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट गलत कभी मत करना. And I was like okay. She broke another FD of 22.5 lakhs, and this was 10.5 lakhs. I still remember 33 lakhs was my initial option selling ka capital. From there this was the journey where this was the journey just started, and it is I don't think is going to end now. तो ये मेरे को बेस कैपिटल मिला. आई रिटर्न द बेस कैपिटल बैक टू माय मॉम, एंड व्हाटएवर आई एम ट्रेडिंग नाउ इज फ्रॉम माय ओन प्रॉफिट्स टिल डेट.
Great, great,
So
great.
this is how I got.
Actually, I just want to wish you congratulations on this thing, and you have a mom like a pure love. You don't get anywhere.
That's
And
true.
at the same time, mom, I'm also calling you a mom. You have a
Okay.
God gifted child. He won't breach your trust anytime. I met him personally once, but the kind of a kid he is, I can't explain in words because he is having that much of a control over all the family responsibilities, all other things. Really appreciate you. Yeah,
So yeah, yes, Krish, right. So let's dive into. So this was my journey. Now let's dive into the topics and the strategies which I am currently using.
yeah.
So everything, I'll tell you one thing: option selling and everything, every strategy. Even if I give you the holy grail in the stock market, some person may be able to implement it, some person won't be able to implement. This varies from person to person. See, whenever I ask most of the people, they say, "Bhai, stock market galat hai. Even I have lost money and I have got it." So in today's market, if you want to earn money,
Hmm.
so what you have to do? You have to build a profession in somewhere. So
Exactly.
you have to complete your primary education, your secondary education, your higher secondary education. You have to pass your 12th. If you want to become an engineer, you have to give your IIT JEE mains exam. You have to become an engineer. Then you have to take a placement. Then
Hmm.
you will have to work, and then you will get your salary. That's how you are. But what happens in the stock market is something. If you are above 18 years of age, you have an Aadhaar card and PAN card. You can open an account and you can click on buy and you can click on sell and you can do whatever you want with your money.
So
But
that is the basic eligibility which we have. Anyone can trade in the stock market without having any experience. But when we are going to a job, we need at least one degree, at least. Rather than
exactly,
because the stock market is why they are given directly getting into the trading. It's a business. So people,
exactly.
that's where people will misunderstood this thing. Even business also, You can directly do the like entrepreneur, but the thing here is, without having a calculated measure, doing a business, that's where it will get failed.
Exactly. That's how it is. So we have to also treat this as a business. There will be ups, there will be downs. We need to learn about it. So if you
Exactly.
want to become a mechanic, you should know how the engine works, how the brakes work, and how everything works. Then only you will be able to earn your livelihood.
Hmm.
Here, even if you're literate, even if you're illiterate, doesn't matter. You can click on buy, you can click on sell, you can lose your money, you can win something as well.
Exactly.
So that's where the people are wrong here. So one should always focus on the learning perspective. First, at least learn the basic, give your time to the market, give your attention to the market, and then move forward. कि चलो अब यहाँ से अब कुछ सीखा है, अब इसको धीरे धीरे implement करते हैं. Get up with the initial capital, then build your way towards it. भैया एक दिन में कोई आप यहाँ पे चांद पे तो नहीं पहुंचोगे.
Hmm.
So that's how it is. So what is working for me? You have to focus on it. You have to work on it. भैया एक दिन में you cannot get a strategy. भैया even if I give you my strategy, I give you the entry and exit points, you won't be able to take it. That's how it is. So people have to build their psychology. People have to build various factors which I got in a very hard way. भैया 2017 से 20 तक तो there were times numerous when even I was crying and I was गेटिंग माई हैंड्स फोल्डेड कि भैया आज से नहीं करूंगा. गॉड बस एक बार कैपिटल रिकवर करा दो, मैं यहाँ से बाहर हो जाऊंगा. दैट्स हाउ इट. बट people when come with that mentality they lose it. We have to stop that. We have to take it as a business. We have to कि अपना रिस्क यहाँ तक होना चाहिए, यहाँ से ज्यादा अपने को रिस्क नहीं लेना. We have to learn and we have to focus on it. So
Hmm.
moving ahead, let's get
Yeah.
into the topic right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So exactly what I'm going to be teaching you is directional option selling, which I am doing as of now.
Okay.
And for directional option selling, there will be various topics that how to spot the direction, what can be our entry criteria, how to manage the risk, adjustments if in case we can go wrong as well, what are the exit criteria, what should be the expectation. And I'll give you one extra directional setup as well, which I usually takes at the end of the market. Let's move to it.
Hmm.
So for to sell the option in, so we are into a directional option selling system. So what is the main thing about it? We have to focus on how to confirm our direction in which way the market can move. It can move up, it can move down, it can move anywhere. So it can be sideways as well.
Hmm.
So to put the probability in our favor, we are going with option selling, and basically we will be selling OTM options so that the even so see what can happen. So in directional option selling system, if the market moves in our favor, we will get money. If the market moves in a sideways manner, then also since we are selling OTM options, we will be getting money. But even if the market moves against us in a slow and phased manner, then also theta decay will tip in our favor, and that will also give money if our option is not breached, the strike is not breached. So
Yes.
how we can do it? So let's first go into the topic that is direction shopping. So
Hmm.
see, right now the regime has been changing quite a bit, and even we are now having 5 expiries a week.
Yeah.
So all days, all expiry, and even we are having 2 expiries in a day as well because right now MCX commodity evening session expiries are also there as well.
Hmm.
So even people are adapting to it. Even I am adapting to it. So what I like to do is I like to keep things simple. Because it is not rocket science for me. Uh, so if simple things work in the market. So what I usually do, I wait for the market to open up from 9:15 to 9:30. I wait for the market to settle down for the initial volatility to settle down. Okay. Now what we can do, what I used to do, I used to see the previous day OI. I already used to see what the previous day OI from 9:15 to 9:30. Most of the volatility will settle down. New OIs will be generated. So what exactly is OI? OI is open interest, the number of contracts open, and we are talking in perspective with the options. So we will be looking into the OI change with the options. So what we will be looking into OI from the perspective of sellers, because the open contracts, the majority of the OI is done by sellers. So call options, how many sellers are there? Put options, how many sellers are there? So what I'll do, I'll see how much new OI is created, where and the basic price action. You can see, I also believe in the model of mean reversion, that the market works in a way that the market can reverse anytime and it can take. So basic support and resistance will always be there. You have to learn the basics as well, make it clear. Then you can combine it with the OI. And then so see, I am also in the process of automating this particular strategy as well. Some discussion is as of now completely involved in it, but yeah, I'm also in the process of achieving the automation for it. Now see, suppose I have seen the OI. Now let's take an example. So see, this is a platform called Sensible, and there are many other platforms as well. There are free platforms as well, but yeah, so with Zerodha now we get this for free. So see what happens. As of now, yeah, intraday OI has been disabled because the markets are not open. We will see from the previous day OI where the new positions are being built. Okay, and then after we can form our view, we can see from where the markets can take the basic support or basic resistance, and it can reverse. And the main OI where it is getting the PCR value, the put call ratio values at what point of time it is there. Then what I do is I'll go into multi-strike OI.
Hmm.
So now what multi-strike OI gives us the data. Now let's look into it. So if we can see, yeah, the white line here is the Nifty market price. Okay, that is what it is. The blue line here is 19600 put OI, and the red line is 19600 call OI. So now we are looking at the OI from the perspective of sellers,
Hmm.
because most of the OI is created by sellers. 99% of the OI is created by sellers. It's not created by the buyers.
Hmm.
Now, so I have selected 600. So if someone has sold 19600 call option, so
Hmm.
for him the most beneficial thing will be the call option to go to zero. The
Hmm.
more it will lose its value, the more it will be better for him.
Good point.
And for someone for say 19600 put option to go to zero, Nifty has to cross 19600 and expire over there. So
Hmm.
now let's look at how exactly OI works. Now, as we can see, at this point of time, let's take a random point of time. Nifty was at 19551.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if Nifty is at 19551, now let's yeah. Nifty is at 19551. At that point of time, 19600 OI
Hmm.
was at 39.83 lakhs, right?
Hmm.
So what people are thinking ki Nifty won't breach 19600 and the OI is there, and with expiry of time, so people will so see at if the market opens at 19500 and people start 19600 call option, so even at the opening from 90 let's suppose the person took the trade at 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. the chances of it hitting 19600 is higher. With the decrease in time, the point of if the market is still at that point, hitting that will get lower with every passing bit of time. So
Hmm.
here we can see, yeah, that OI was close to at 38, 40 lakh rupees, and 19600 P, that is right now in the money. So people are actually losing that OI is very less. As we can see, that is just 20 lakh only.
Hmm.
So yeah, here now what we'll see that with the time passes, now here as we can see the time here as well at the lower point of time. At the lower point of time at 10:25, again, market breached 19600. So what we see at the first point when market breached 19600, here it is 19600. At the first point when market breached 19600, what we can see, there will be two things. People will start making straddles who want to make straddles, and also put writers are rushing. That's why the market is going crossing 19600, because writers are rushing from yesterday when it was below 19600. It was 20 lakhs, and suddenly when it crossed 19600, it has shot all the way till 63 lakhs. That is price. Now we can see it is at 63 lakhs now. So it is thrice. So new options are getting built from 9:15 to 9:13. I can see that the OI has changed from the previous day in a very higher way for the put options.
Hmm.
So yeah, from here we can form a view that our view can be bullish for the day as well. So from here, let's analyze the market. That what the market did. Here the market crossed. It was sideways at 600 for quite a long time. It went a little above 10, 20 points above 600, 10, 20 points below 600. At that point of time, call options were still there. But sudden, when there was a sudden spike
Hmm.
that Nifty crossed 650, at that point of time, you can see call writers rushed away. The straddle makers at that point of time started rushing away. So from all the way high of 80 lakhs, the OI dropped all the way back to 64 lakhs. But as you can see, there was a sudden fall in the price of Nifty as well. Nifty came back to 19606. So again, there were players who started creating more positions that, yeah, there the Nifty might go again below. So here we can again see from all the way from 64 lakhs, it went all the way up to again 74 lakhs. So here we can, with the use of OI and the change in OI, we can form our view. So from the initial 10 to 15 minutes and from the previous day OI change, we can form our view to where the market might go. So now, see, moving forward. So see, when the market went all the way till like 3 p.m. Here's the 3 p.m. We can see that the Nifty was at close to 660, and all the put options were there. And at the end of the closure, since it was expiry, and many people don't like to take like keep the intraday trades open. They don't like to hold it because in options and in short selling, exactly, your exposure is unlimited, so anything can happen. So here we can see that people, when it crossed 660, the call writers started running away and it went all down the drain, and the put writers were also there. But since it was day closure, many were closed off. So now we can, with the use of this, we can form our view, and now we have our direction as well from the basic point of action. And at Nifty, at round numbers, and their strike like 600, 650, 500, 550, we can see that how the market behaves. So
Yeah.
now our view is formed. It can be bullish, bearish, anything. So let's move ahead. So now our view is formed. Now we can take our entry. So see, for every person, their risk-taking ability varies per person. So for one person, taking a with a capital of 10 lakhs, he can take like a risk of to up to 20,000, 30,000. He can take it 2 to 3%. But with a person with a capital of 1 crore, he is not ready to take a risk of 2 or 3% a day. So risk taking ability varies from person to person. Someone can be aggressive trader, someone can be a very conservative trader. He can take a risk of conservative traders don't take even risk of more than 1% sometimes, and aggressive traders take a risk of 2 and 3%. So the more risk you take, the more gain you will get. So that's all. So what I am currently doing to reduce our risk and increase our probability, definitely first of all we are going with option selling. So for the less risk-taking members, what we will do, we will always stay out of the money, and that too by more than 2 to 3 strikes. So suppose if Nifty is at 19,500, we can short 19,600 call options, and we have a bearish view that the market should fall below, and that will be in our favor. So if the market we have shorted when Nifty was at 19,500 to for us to lose, so Nifty should cross 19,600 by the end of the day, right? So for that, it will have to breach three strikes: 19,500, 19,550, and 19,600. These three strikes will be breached, then only we can do it. So in this case, what is happening, I'll tell you. Nifty is at, suppose this is Nifty. Nifty is at 19,500 is here. 19,550 is here. 19,600 is here. So we have shorted 19,600 call option, which can be trading at around like 12 to 14. Anything can be the value depending on the VIX. This can vary on day to day. So sometimes even the VIX is lower, it can be less than 12 to 14 rupees as well. But usual on a good day, it's close to that only 12 to 14. So we shorted this at 12 rupees. We'll take the worst case scenario, 12 rupees, which is the value which we have got. So for market to give us a loss, either it has to breach 19,600 at a very higher speed, because then theta decay won't be saving us at all, and we will taking our stop loss and it will going up. But what will happen? So market can either move up, either it can move down, either it can move sideways, either it can. There are n number of possibilities in market. So what happens if market goes down? Good for us. Theta decay will be in our favor. Also, the premiums will be losing. We will win in any case. What happens if market stays sideways? By the end of the expiry, that 12 rupees option will be going to zero. We will be winning anyway. What happens if market goes up slowly, but it didn't touch 19,600? Then also we'll be winning. So in this case, what is happening? Even if market is going in our favor, we are winning. Market is sideways, we are winning. Market is going against us in a slow and phased manner, then also we are winning. So we are making most of the scenarios fall into our favor. Now what we can do is, even if at the end of the time market just touches 600, we will be trailing our stop loss into the less than that is the cost. So we will be locking some of our profits as well. So what is happening? Let's see. So if market is a 9500, we have confirmed our bearish trade with 1 CR of capital. We can short 18,000 with proper hedges as well. And that will roughly translate to approximately 2.3% of the gain. That will be 2.3 lakhs of gain on 18,000 quantity. So what we can do when the market is at 12 19,500, the premium option is at 12. We can enter full quantity at that time, 18,000 quantity, since we are three strikes away from the main spot price, and we can enter it. Now what we can do, we can try to catch a better price as well. Now you have confirmed a bullish trend, but market will not always remain at same level. It can go down, it can go up, and then also it can go down. But if you have a convicted of your direction, then try to enter at a pullback as well. So when I'm seeing, so in this case, there will be one merit as well, one demerit will be there as well. So what will be the merit? So suppose we were about to short our 12 to 14 rupees option, and we will be talking about the stop loss at a later stage. But let's suppose we 12 to 14 rupees of options we will be shorting. We have kept a stop loss of 20 21 rupees.
Mhm.
Now suppose if we catch it at a pullback, suppose we caught it at 15 or 16 rupees also, then also we'll be keeping our stop loss at 21. So even in the days if we lose, our stop loss has been reduced now. So that is the first merit. The second demerit is, so when we are trying to catch it at a pullback, there might be case that the market we were at we had a bearish stance and market started going down. So the 12 rupees option, which 12 to 14 rupees, which we could have caught at 12 to 14 rupees, has now gone down to like 10 or 8 rupees, or yeah. So there we can lose option. But that is also a better case scenario, because in that case our trend will be confirmed and we can take a lesser risk because the market is already moving in our favor, and we can take that as well.
Hmm.
Now done. Now this is the first entry criteria. We can go all in, but at a further OTM strike price. Now this were the less risk taking members. Now let's go to the second risk taking
I just want to
method. Yeah.
ask you one question here. So you are selling 18,000 quantity, which translates into almost 900 lots.
18,000 quantity in Nifty is at 50. I think it is 360 lots, na?
Is 360 lots.
Yes.
Haha. Sorry.
It's 360 lots. Yeah.
In such cases, how you are going to hedge your position?
In such cases, if I am shorting 19,600 call option, I usually hedge my position by like 300 and 400 points away. So that will give me the marginal benefit as well, and that will hedge my position as well. 300 to 400 points away.
Yeah,
So in the
if there is
yeah,
any intraday flash crash or something like that, it will save you to some
yeah, definitely. It will save me to some extent. But now, see, whatever I do, I will always have I will have my stop losses as well. But I keep usually two stop losses in my system. I also keep a freak stop loss in my system as well, just to save me from the intraday flash crash. So
extent.
see, I won't be waiting for the market to fall 300, 400 points. If I shorted was something at 12 and 40 rupees, if I had my logical stop loss at 20, 22 rupees, if that can be skipped at a flash crash. So I will be also be having a one more stop loss at 40 rupees, which will be a free case. And the trigger point will be also there, so that if that hits, and I'll keep a close eye on the market as well. So I've also automated some part of this in my code as well. So in that case, if my logical SL is hit, it will wait for a certain period check as well. And if it's not there at the limit price, if it's not there, it will exit at the best market price. And or if the free SL is hit, it will exit in any way. So this is also automated in my case as well. So I'll give you the rules and regulations for this as well in the next few days.
But this is too aggressive method, yeah.
Yeah, so see, in this case, whatever aggressive earnest which we are taking it, that will also reward us in a better way as well. Because
Mhm.
getting 2 to 3% in a day is also a better risk
Obviously,
reward as well.
that will
Yes.
come up with a higher risk for.
So exactly. So see, that will come with a higher risk. And what's the probability of having a flash crash? Though there will be days, and even I have got stuck into it. There have been days where I have also screwed up in a very bad ways as well. But yeah, those days, yeah, you will lose. But those will be compensated on the days you are rewarded as well. Suppose I will tell you a scenario. There was a flash crash some days back as well. I don't remember the date exactly. So my I took a trade. I was in a trade. The profit probability of that trade was maximum of 2.7 lakhs only. And I had taken a bullish stance. I still remember. And market started falling suddenly. It started falling suddenly. At that time, my stop loss was I had an iceberg order, and the first leg got executed, and all the 9 legs stayed away, and that wasn't executed. In that case also as well, it only had a profit potential of 2.7 lakhs. I lost close to 5.7 lakhs on that day. But yeah, in that case, even if the market is crashing in a flash way, you will have the opportunity to exit. But yeah, but you will be exiting at a very bad price and in very bad way. That day will hit you. But yeah, that can be compensated by the next 2 or 3 days on which you will be profitable. Those will be always be there. So we
Hmm.
will have to, that will be the cost of doing the business. This is the like the risk which we are taking for coming into the stock market.
Hmm. ठीक है.
So let's move to the further way. So suppose someone can say कि चलो ये भी ठीक है, but I want to get a little more aggressive, but while reducing my risk as well. So what we can do, we can have a multi-leg entry in this case. So what we are going to see in the if we have formed a bearish stance, the same example, 19 market is at 19,500 and we have formed a bearish stance.
Mm.
And in that case, we were shorting 19,600 call option. But what we will do here, we will divide our entries, the same 18,000 quantity, into multiple legs. So each leg will be of like 3,600 or 3,000, sorry, 3,000 or 3,600 quantities. Now let's divide it into multiple legs, but we will be shorting the closer strike option as well. Market was at, let's give you an example here. So
Mm.
market is at 19,500 and here market is 19,550. Market 19,660 is here. Now
Mm.
what is happening? Market is at 19,500. We have formed our bearish stance. Now
Yes.
what we will doing, instead of taking all the 18,000 quantity at once, we are going to divide our legs into multiple entries, and we are going to short the first leg of just 3,600 quantities at 19,500 call option will be shorted. The at the money call options we usually get at premiums of 25 to 30. It can vary from day to day, but we will take the worst case scenario. We got a premium of 25 rupees.
Mm.
Now what we can do, yeah. So suppose the market is at 19,500 and we are going to divide our entries into multi-legs. So instead of shorting 19,600, we are going to short a nearer OTM strike option, that is 19,550, and usually we get the at the money premiums at 25 to 30, and we'll take the worst case scenario, we got it at 25 rupees. Now
Mm.
what we will do, we'll just take the first leg of the entry, just 3,600 quantity, we will be entering here. Now let's see, in the previous case, let's go to the previous case, the maximum profit which we could have gotten is 2.3 lakhs,
Mm.
right? If we would have taken that is in the worst case scenario. Now in this case, we will see what will happen in this case. Let's go ahead. Now what we will doing, we are a little aggressive, but we are taking less risk here as well. Now let's see. First leg of the quantity will be shortened at 25 rupees. It gave us a value of 90,000 rupees. Okay. So remember the stop loss criteria, which I will be giving you later, will make this a whole picture. As of now, I am giving you the half picture. You will be getting the more picture at the later stage. So
Mm.
that will give us a value of 90,000. So now here we will wait. Now market, if it goes in our favor, if it starts falling in our favor, we will be adding more legs as well. So what we are doing, we are pyramiding our quantity. So we
Okay.
are adding a winning leg, and if things go wrong, we will be exiting at a quicker way as well. So I'll show it to you. So suppose the market starts moving in our favor and the second leg will get executed at a discount of the first leg. That is, the first leg, if it was executed at 25, we can short the second leg at the price of 20 at a discount of 20% as well. So second leg, so when can market come to give us that level? So if the market moves in our favor only, or if it stays sideways for long. So if in case market stays sideways for long, the chances of it hitting 19,500 is also higher, because see, market the whole day did not create a movement. Now in the second half it can create more. So what we will doing, these entries will also be time based. So if it comes under the half an hour only, then only we are going to take the entry, else we are not going to take the entry. That's how it is. So if the market moves in our favor, the second leg, if the option price comes to 20, we will again add our second leg. It would again give us a value of 72,000. 90,000 was there in the first leg, 72,000 was there in the second leg. Now what we will doing, again, when the market moves in our favor again, and if in lesser time the market goes in our favor again, the third leg can be executed at again a little discount at 15 rupees. That will again give us a realized value of 54,000, and the fourth and fifth leg can be again be executed at a later point of time. That will again give us a realized value of 70,000. In this way, what we have done, if the market is moving in our favor, then only we are adding our option, adding quantities to our trade, and we are pyramiding our trade. Now what will happen, you can see we are still shorted 18,000 quantity. Market moved in our favor. We will be still be taking the same risk as the previous trade. I'll give you those stop loss criteria in there. We are still taking the risk as the previous trade, even lesser than that. But what we are gaining here, we are gaining a more value than what we would have gained in the previous year. In the previous year, we would have gained only 2.3 lakhs. And in this case, we are gaining 2.88 lakhs. That is 2.8% over the deployed capital of 1 CR. And that is 18,000 quantity. Now, see, these are the two ways in which a person can take a entry. Now we have taken the entry. So what is the first thing we should think about, Krish bhaiya? What is the first thing what we should think about after taking a trade?
Obviously, we pray for didn't get to take the SL.
Exactly. So what we have to think about is SL, where we have to place it and how we have to place it. But what we usually do, this. So what we usually do is this. What exactly is the stop loss? And why do we place the stop loss? To manage risk. But actually, how do we manage risk? This. So yeah, we usually even I have screwed up badly, and whenever I've screwed up badly, it has given me a hit at a very bigger level as well. There were days where I have screwed up very badly. So from that point of time, I've decided that yeah, I can take aggressive trades, but I should know where to cut off my trade and where to accept my losses and where not to. So now let's see how we can manage that risk. So see, once you have taken the trade, you are putting a SL. What can the market do? Market can either give us our SL or either it can give us our target. There's no in between. So even if we look at the markets for the whole day, भैया मैंने 12 पे ट्रेड लिया, 20 पे एसएल लगाया, 12 मत चुना, 20 मत चुना, 18 मत चुना, ऐसे मत होना, चुना. Even if we sit in front of the markets, can we control the markets? No. Either it can take the SL, either it can give us the profit. Yeah, sometimes we watch the market. Yeah, if our scenario is wrong or what. But in our case, what we can do, we can take an entry. We will have our proper set of rules, and we won't disturb them. So we have our proper set of rules. Now we can enjoy the day without our screen time. But I'll tell you honestly, even I do not follow the same. Even I am sitting in front of the screen. But yeah, there's no use of it. We cannot control the market. But sometimes, yeah, it helps us as well. But yeah, we can without our screen time as well. If our proper rules and setup is there, we can enjoy the day without us. So see, both the criteria in which we are taking the entry have different ways to handle the risk. Also, if this strategy is done on 0 DT, 0 day to expiry, we can handle the risk in a different way. If it's a non-zero DT day, non-expiry day, and we are trading on this, we can handle the risk in a different way. So let's see criteria by criteria how. So for the first criteria in which we have taken the entry all in one go. So we will set the stop loss in a phase-defined manner and with a time-based input as well. So what will happen in the initial time we took a trade and we shorted the option at 12 rupees, right?
Yeah.
We will set the stop loss at exactly 1.7 times of the premiums which we have shorted it. So if we had shorted it at 12 rupees, we will set the stop loss at 20.4 rupees. Our stop loss will be set at 20.4 rupees. Okay? So 12 रुपए पे शॉर्ट किया, 1.7 टाइम्स का स्टॉप लॉस लगाया, छोड़ दिया, ठीक है. So see, now the stop loss, we will also have to trail the stop loss as well. So
1.7% time stop loss will be around 33, right?
no, if we have shorted it at 12 rupees, it's 1.7 times. 1.7 of 12, that is
Then,
20.4.
then such case it will be 0.8% of the actual premium which we collected.
Exactly, 0.7, 0.8% of the actual premium. So yeah, the risk reward ratio isn't that great in this case, but the chances of winning is in our favor because since we are into the selling setup.
Okay.
So even if the market moves against us, we can still make money.
Okay.
So yeah, so earlier people will say, yeah, 1.2, 1.5 पे setup कर दो यार, वो तो ज्यादा better होगा. Risk reward ratio 1.1 is to 1.5 is better. हाँ भाई, 1 is to 1.5 is better, 1 is to 2 is more better. But what will happen in the current scenario? Market एक आपको spike देगा, फिर आपके favor में जाएगा, आपका तो SL ले गया, you were in the loss and the market went into your favor. So what I have seen कि 1.5 टाइम्स पे भी क्या होता है ना, उसको टच करके बहुत बार गिर जाता है. बट 1.7 टाइम्स पे क्या होता है ना कि उसका टच करने का प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा कम हो जाता है. इधर चाहे तो फेवर में गया तो वेल एंड गुड, वो उसको टच नहीं करेगा. अगर इधर फेवर में नहीं गया तो 1.5 टाइम्स तक भी आके वो रिवर्स हो जाता है. बट 1.7 टाइम्स को टच करने का सेटअप बहुत है यार. इसको हम बैक टेस्ट भी किया और दिस इज व्हाट आई एम करेंटली यूजिंग इन माय स्ट्रेटजी एज वेल. So what we'll do, we will also have to trail our stop losses as well. So see, अब इसको ट्रेडिंग अब हम लोग कैसे कर लेंगे? दो लॉजिक होगा, चाहे तो मार्केट का मूवमेंट अपने फेवर में आ गया तब इसको ट्रेल करेंगे, या तो मार्केट का एक्सपायरी का टाइम कमते जा रहा है. सो अगर वहां पे भी कमते जा रहा है उसके हिसाब से हो जाएगा. तो अब इसको ट्रेल किस वे में करेंगे? अब हम लोग ट्रेल करेंगे अगर हम लोग का 12 रुपए पे अपने हम लोगों ने ऑप्शन को शॉर्ट किया है, ठीक है. अब मेरा अगर 75% ऑफ द ऑप्शन अगर रियलाइज हो गया है, तो अब 12 का 75% क्या होता है? दैट इज 9 रुपीज. तो अगर हमको 9 रुपीज का ऑप्शन अगर हम रियलाइज कर चुके तो उसका पोटेंशियल कितना रुपए का बचा? 3 रुपए का बचा. चलो हम लोग को 3 रुपए भी लेके जाएंगे. अगर 75% अगर हम रियलाइज कर लिए, हम लोग अपना स्टॉप लॉस को 12 का 12 पे कर देंगे. So
अच्छा.
we will put our. So now we are cost to cost. Even if the day goes wrong right now, वी वोंट बी लूजिंग मनी, वी वोंट बी गेनिंग बट वी वोंट बी लूजिंग एवरेज। तो चलो एक तो पहला क्राइटेरिया ये हो गया। व्हाई नॉट टू टेल इट टू गेट मोर पॉइंट, भैया वो आखिरी का 3 रुपए भी मेरे को वैल्यू देके जाएगा। अगर मार्केट अगर वो 3 तक आया है तो 312 तो उसको छूने का चांसेस कमी हो जाता है, हाँ, बट वो 3 से 5-7 रुपए तक भी जाता है। तो
हम्म,
इसलिए हम लोग को 3 रुपए लेने के लिए भी 1-2 रुपए का यहाँ पे हम लोग रिस्क है। बट अब बोलेंगे कि अब तो 70% का वैल्यू, अगर 75% का वैल्यू रियलाइज हो गया, आप 12 का 12 क्यों, आप 11 भी लेके जा सकते हो। पर्सन टू पर्सन पे ये वेरी करता है। कोई 1 रुपए एक्स्ट्रा का प्रॉफिट भी रख के कि भैया अगर मार्केट अगर अगेंस्ट भी किया तो 1 रुपए तो मैं लेके जाऊंगा, वो सोच के एक इंसान ने रख लिया, चलो वो कर दिया। यू कैन डू इट अकॉर्डिंग टू योर सेल्फ, दिस इज वॉट वर्क फॉर मी। अब ये किया। अब क्या हुआ कि अब यहाँ पे 75%, अब हम एक और सेकंड ये देखेंगे कि मार्केट अब लास्ट का आधा घंटा बचा है, 1 घंटा बचा है, मार्केट का ऑप्शन अभी 3 रुपए पे है, 75% हो चुका है, कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट पे तो हम आ चुके हैं। बट
हम्म,
अब लास्ट का आधा घंटा बचा है, तो भैया वो 3 रुपए से हम उसको 12 रुपए अगर वो 3 रुपए का अगर प्रीमियम बचा तो डेफिनेटली दैट मीन्स कि वो एट द मनी है। लास्ट का आधा घंटा में 3 रुपए आपको एट द मनी काफी क्लोज टू द स्ट्राइक होगा, तभी वो आपको देगा इन एनी केस। तो भैया इन दैट केस आई वोंट बी फुलिश, भैया उसको 12 पे नहीं रखेंगे, भी टाइम बेस्ड इंटू लास्ट का आधा घंटा बचा, हम उसको मे भी शायद 7 या 8 रुपए पे भी हम ट्रेड कर दे। तो इसीलिए बोला है कि दो चीज पे, चाहे तो मार्केट का मूवमेंट अपने फेवर पे, या तो टाइम लेफ्ट फॉर द मार्केट टू एक्सपायर। जैसे जैसे टाइम कमते जाएगा उसको हम कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट तो ले आए, बट उसके बाद भी अगर टाइम कमते जा रहे तो आई विल हैव टू ट्रेड माई एसएल एज वेल। तो ये पहला क्राइटेरिया पे हम लोग इसको कैसे ट्रेड किया। सेकंड चलते हैं, जो सेकंड क्राइटेरिया जो मल्टी लेग एंट्री होता है।
हम्म,
इस केस में क्या होता है कि अब क्या होता है कि अब इस केस में हम लोग कैसे लेंगे। हम लोग कॉन्सेप्ट सेम यूज करेंगे, बट इस पे एक बेटर वे अप्रोच आएगा। वो कैसे आएगा। तो सेकंड क्राइटेरिया, स्टॉप लॉसेस सेट इनटू मल्टी लेग अकॉर्डिंग टू द लेग एंट्री टेकन बाय द पीरियड। अब हम मेरा पहला लेग अगर हुआ है दैट आई शॉर्टेड एट रुपीज ऑफ 25, तो उसका 1.7 हो गया 42.5 पे, मेरा पहला लेग का स्टॉप लॉस वहां सेट हुआ। दूसरा लेग का एंट्री हुआ 20 पे, उसका स्टॉप लॉस भी 1.7 टाइम्स पे सेट होगा, दैट इज एट 34 पे। ठीक
हम्म,
है। तो पहला बात तो इस पे क्या होगा कि अगर आपका फर्स्ट लेग एंट्री हुआ है, मार्केट अगर स्टॉप लॉस अगर देने जा रहा है, तो भाई आपका सिर्फ फर्स्ट लेग ही एंट्री होगा, क्योंकि सेकंड लेग तो घुसेगा नहीं ना, क्योंकि वो 20 का पॉइंट तो नहीं आया, वो तो 42 की तरफ जाने लग गया, तो आपका सेकंड लेग का एंट्री नहीं होगा। आपका रिस्क काफी कम हो गया। इन
हम्म,
द फर्स्ट केस आप 12 से 20 तक लेके जा रहे थे, तो पूरा 18,000 क्वांटिटी को, यहाँ पे सिर्फ आप 3600 क्वांटिटी को 25 से 42 लेके जा रहे हो। तो अब आपका रिस्क उससे काफी कम होगा। उस केस में आप 1.5 लाख रुपीज लूज करोगे, इस केस में आपका जस्ट 40-50,000 के अराउंड आपका लूज होगा, अगर आपका एसएल हो गया। और अगर आपका एसएल हो गया तो भैया बंद किया सिस्टम, चलो जाओ। सिस्टम खोल के रखने का ये नहीं, क्योंकि मार्केट अगर आप सिस्टम खोल के रखो, यू विल स्टार्ट टेकिंग काउंटर ट्रेड्स, यू विल स्टार्ट ओवर ट्रेडिंग एज वेल। इवन आई हैव डन दिस मिस्टेक्स इन माय पास्ट। तो
हम्म,
चलो ठीक है, सेकेंड लेग एग्जीक्यूट हो चुका है। तो भैया आप सेकेंड लेग से भी अगर एसएल खा रहे हो, तो भैया 2 ही लेग का एसएल खाएगा, तीसरा लेग तो क्योंकि एंटर नहीं हुआ होगा, क्योंकि वो तो मार्केट मेरे अगेंस्ट चल गया। तो ऐसे होगा। अब चलो इस केस में अब हम लोग एक और चीज देखते हैं। मेरा पहला लेग एग्जीक्यूट हुआ 25 पे, फिर 20 पे, फिर 15 पे, फिर 10 पे, 2 लेग एग्जीक्यूट हो गया। जब मेरा फाइनल लेग जब मेरा एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा, व्हाट आई विल डू कि इनका जो एवरेज प्राइस आएगा, अगर मेरा 3600 का लेग है, दैट विल कम क्लोज टू 16.7 और समथिंग। ठीक है।
हम्म,
तो 16.7 को हम एवरेज मान के इसका 1.7 टाइम्स का हम स्टॉप लॉस लगा देंगे।
अच्छा,
दिस इज व्हाट वी विल डू। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, ये फाइनल लेग अगर एंटर हो गया, तो भैया मेरा एवरेज अगर 16.7 है, इसका पे हम इसका बेसिस पे ये कर देंगे। अब यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, अब इसके बाद क्या है कि अब इसका अगर 16.7 का अगर 70% अगर मिल जा रहा है प्रीवियस लॉजिक के हिसाब से, उसको भी हम ट्रेल करते जाएंगे, विद टाइम टू टाइम हम उसको भी ट्रेल करते चल जाएंगे। 75% हुआ, कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट आ गए, उसके बाद टाइम टू टाइम उसको हम ट्रेल करते चल जाएंगे। क्या
ओके,
होता है कि जब व्हेन थिंग्स गो रॉन्ग, आपका एसएल ऑर्डर भी स्किप होता है। मैंने लगाया 13 रुपए का एसएल है, 12.8 का मैंने ट्रिगर लगा दिया, कभी कभी मार्केट स्पाइक में आया, आइसबर्ग ऑर्डर में था भैया, एक पहला लगा एग्जीक्यूट हुआ नहीं हुआ। तो इस केस पे हमें क्या किए, आई हैव ऑटोमेटिक दिस व्हाट आई हैव डन। भैया माय सिस्टम विल वेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 3 सेकेंड्स, अगर वो लिमिट पे आ गया तो दैट ऑर्डर्स विल गो थ्रू। इफ इट डज नॉट गो थ्रू, देन व्हाट विल इट विल डू, एट द बेस्ट प्राइस अवेलेबल वो उसको एग्जिट करवा देगा।
एक सवाल है इधर। तो पहला
यस।
पहला केस में हम तो फिक्स टारगेट एंट्री स्टॉप लॉस लिए थे।
हाँ
इधर भी
हाँ
स्टॉप लॉस सब रूल्स है तो ठीक है। मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ,
हाँ
सोचो आपने 25 पे एंट्री लिया था, एक 25
हाँ।
25 में एंट्री लिया था,
पहला पहला लेग का एंट्री हुआ, हाँ।
फिर 20 में भी एंट्री हुआ था। उधर से वो हमारा डायरेक्शन में ना ये रिवर्सल चालू हो गया।
आ गया, चालू हो गया। सो व्हाट आई विल शो यू द सिनेरियो।
हाँ,
25 का आई गिव यू द एग्जैक्ट एवरेज। 25 का 1.7% हो गया 42.5,
अच्छा,
ये मेरा एसएल वैल्यू हो गया। ठीक
हाँ,
है।
हाँ,
और जो 20 का होगा 20 into 1.7 दैट इज 34। ये दो केस पे मेरा एसएल खाएगा, ठीक है।
हम्म,
इन दिस केस 3600 क्वांटिटी ईच पे मेरा एसएल खा रहा है, ठीक है।
हम्म,
नाउ व्हाट विल सी, 42.5 minus 25 इन द फर्स्ट केस जब हम एसएल खाएंगे आई विल टेक द लॉस ऑफ 63K।
हम्म,
जब हम सेकंड केस पे जब हम एसएल खा रहे हैं आई एम टेकिंग 5400, ठीक है, 50,400। If we
हम्म,
add both of this, our combined loss will be exactly 1.26 lakhs, right? In the previous case, when we had taken the entry at 18,000 quantity all in one go, if our stop loss would have been hit, we would have got a loss of, let's calculate that in the worst case result, 1.5 lakhs. In this case, second case पे ही भैया अगर market started going away, we are taking a loss of just 1.26 lakh. तो
हम्म,
इन दिस केस क्या होगा, 1.26 लाख का ही अगर हम लॉस अगर ले रहे हैं और हम एग्जिट हो जा रहे हैं, तो दैट लॉस इज लेसर देन 1.5 lakhs ना। बट इन दिस केस आल्सो आई एम गेनिंग बिग ना, इंस्टेड ऑफ 2.3 lakhs आई एम गेनिंग एज वेल 2.88 lakhs एज वेल।
हम्म,
सो रिवॉर्ड भी ज्यादा है, रिस्क उसके हिसाब से हम और कम कर दिए, क्योंकि सेकंड लेग में ही हमको मार्केट बाहर कर दिया। फर्दर मोर अगर डाउन द लाइन जाएगा तो इफ समवन वांट्स टू ट्रेल की थर्ड लेग के बाद ही उसको फर्स्ट लेग पे वो ट्रेल करना चाहे तो आदमी वो भी कर लेगा, तो उसका रिस्क और वो फर्दर डाउन जाएगा। तो सी सेटअप, I can give you a setup. The variations which you can build around is all on yourself. You can build thousands of variation. मार्केट में दो चार ही चीज होता है, वी बिल्ड आवर वेरिएशंस अराउंड इट, दैट्स हाउ थिंग्स वर्क इन द मार्केट। तो यहाँ पे मेरा रिस्क कम है, रिवॉर्ड ज्यादा हो गया। सो अब हमको पता चल गया कि अब मेरे को कहाँ कहाँ रिस्क हो सकता है। नाउ व्हाट वी विल डू, रिस्क हो गया, एसएल कहाँ लगाना पता है, एडजस्टमेंट्स एंड व्हाट इफ वी आर रॉन्ग, देयर कैन बी डेज वेयर वी कैन गो रॉन्ग एज वेल। भैया हम ट्रेड लिए बुलिश व्यू से, मार्केट स्टार्टेड गोइंग बेरिश, तो क्या हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है। सो
हम्म।
सी यूजुअली इट, या
So, is there any prefixed stop loss for the day? I mean, let's say you're taking one trade on the put side. This one here
हाँ
triggered the trailing SL. Let's assume
हाँ
you're taking this much of risk. It triggered the
हम्म,
trailing SL and it went on
हाँ
the other side. So that you went
हाँ
to the call side as well to trade. So in
हम्म।
such cases, you can take any fixed stop loss for the day, or you will trade each and every trade with a 1.7% SL only.
I will take the trades on the basis of 1.7%, but usually what has कि अगर एक ट्रेड भी अगर गलत गया तो that is going to give you a hit of 1.5% on your capital usually.
Hmm.
In that case it is 1.5%. In this case अगर सारा लेग एंटर होने के बाद भी अगर हिट होता है तो that is 1.6%, 1.5 and 1.6%. In those cases भैया यही मेरा आज का दिन था, my view was wrong and I will take a leap for the day. If someone has a higher risk appetite, भैया I can risk 3% of the capital, because if he takes the second trade एंड द
Hmm.
सेकंड ट्रेड गोज वन, यहाँ पे उसने 1.5% खोया बट उधर में उसने 2.8% गेन किया, नेट प्रॉफिट में निकलेगा। अगर उसका रिस्क एपेटाइट है ही कैन टेक द सेकंड ट्रेड, अगर उसका रिस्क एपेटाइट नहीं है ही कैन नॉट टेक द सेकंड ट्रेड। भैया 1.5 और 3% तक का अगर वो दो ट्रेड में, इफ टू ट्रेड्स, इवन इफ इट टेक द टू ट्रेड्स एंड बोथ ऑफ देम वेंट इनटू लॉस, दैट इज 3% ऑफ द कैपिटल।
Okay.
तो भैया वन हैज टू मैनेज द रिस्क अकॉर्डिंग टू हिमसेल्फ एज वेल, बट या द रूल्स आर डिफाइंड, रूल्स डिफाइंड है, आप इसको अपने हिसाब से मॉडिफाई करो कि आपको अगर और अगर कम अगर लेना है, हमको थोड़ा एग्रेसिव है तो भैया हम अपने उस हिसाब से ले रहे थे। दिस इज हाउ आई डू।
Got it. Got it.
I can take two trades because I am sitting on a profit buffer. You can initially make a profit buffer and then you can take a higher risk trades. Let's go into the adjustment criteria. So see, like I have taken a bearish trade, market started moving against me, भैया वो मेरे को बेवकूफ बनाया, चलो आज अब ऊपर जाने के दिन। सो यूजुअली ये सेटअप तो अपने को एडजस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं होता है, बट सी मार्केट आर सुप्रीम एंड वी कैन बी रॉन्ग। भैया वी कैन नॉट डिफाइन मार्केट्स इन एनी वे। सो सी अब अपने पास क्या ऑप्शन आता है कि हम लोग देखते हैं एक रिस्क ऑफ अप्रोच, देखते हैं कि अपना तो यहाँ पे रिस्क था 12 रुपए का, हम लोगों ने रिस्क लिया था, मार्केट था 19,500 पे था मार्केट, हम लोग 19,600 को शॉर्ट किए, ठीक है। 19,600 को अपन 15 रुपए पे शॉर्ट किए थे मान लेते हैं, चलिए। तो सी अपन अपना रिस्क ऑफ अप्रोच क्या होगा कि मार्केट 19,500 पे है, यहाँ पे 19,550 यहाँ पे है, 19,550 यहाँ पे है, 19,600 यहाँ पे है। हम लोग व्यू बनाए थे कि मार्केट नीचे जाएगा, बट व्हाट मार्केट डिड, मार्केट स्टार्टेड गोइंग अप। 19,600 है तो 19,650 भी है यहाँ पे। मार्केट का 19,500 से 19,600 जाना अब मान लेते तय है, बट 19,600 से 650 जाने का प्रोबेबिलिटी कम ही रहता है। वी आर प्लेइंग ऑन द गेम ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी। सो व्हाट वी कैन डू एंड स्टिल आवर व्यू इज इंटैक्ट, let's suppose our view is still intact, भैया see people are not ready to accept that they are wrong in the market usually, and that's what I'm playing with कि you are आप रॉन्ग है, बट फिर भी आप अभी भी अपना कन्विक्शन बना के नो आई कैन नॉट बी रॉन्ग। चलो, मार्केट 500 से 550 चल गया, 19,600 का कॉल हम शॉर्ट किए थे, 15 रुपए पे शॉर्ट किए थे, तो उसका 1.7 टाइम्स हो गया 25.5। 19,650 उस टाइम में जब हम 15 पे शॉर्ट किए थे, 6 रुपए पे था। मार्केट मेरे अगेंस्ट जाने लगा, 19,600 जो 15 रुपए पे शॉर्ट किए थे, दैट वेंट ऑल द वे टिल 20 रुपए पे चल गया। आई एम स्टैंडिंग एट अ रनिंग लॉस ऑफ 5 पॉइंट्स, ठीक है। 19,650 जो उस टाइम में 6 रुपए का था इनिशियल में, वो 9 रुपए पे आ गया, ठीक है। What I can do, I can still risk off my position. यहाँ पे आई एम एट रनिंग लॉस ऑफ 5 पॉइंट्स, व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल शिफ्ट माय पोजीशन टू 19,650 का कॉल ऑप्शन। सो इन दिस केस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, आई वाज एट अ रनिंग लॉस ऑफ 5 पॉइंट्स, आई शॉर्टेड 19,650 एट 9 रुपीज। सो 9 रुपीज में अपना 5 पॉइंट्स का लॉस भी कवर हो जाएगा, प्लस स्टिल हमको 4 रुपीज का गेन भी मिलेगा, और हम उसको रिस्क को भी और कम कर दिए, बिकॉज आई आई मूव टू अ फार्दर ओटीएम ऑप्शन नाउ। सो अब उससे रिस्क भी ऑफ हो गया, स्टिल आई विल बी गेनिंग 4 रुपीज इन एनी केस। 4 रुपीज भी अगर हम गेन करते हैं 18,000 क्वांटिटी पे, दैट इज क्लोज टू 72,000 भैया। 0.7% भी हम गेन करके जा रहे हैं, इवन इफ द व्यू वॉज अगेंस्ट मी एंड द मार्केट वेंट अगेंस्ट मी। तो अब इसको कहते हैं, ये रिस्क ऑफ हम कब तक देखेंगे भैया, जब तक वो प्राइस का पैरिटी मेंटेन रहेगा, कि अगर हम सेकंड ट्रेड भी लेते हैं तो वो हमको स्टिल प्रॉफिट दे। अगर वो प्राइस भी अगर पार हो गए, तो भैया आई विल टेक द इनिशियल स्टॉप लॉस जो कि 25.5 पे सेट था, एंड आई विल एग्जिट द डे। बस यही मेरा, इस पे हम एक बेस्ट केस एडजस्टमेंट हम सबसे बेस्ट वे में कर सकते हैं, विच कैन स्टिल सेव अस टू द मोस्ट ऑफ द एक्सटेंट। क्योंकि अब क्या है कि 19,500 से हम लोग 4 की जगह 5 स्ट्राइक प्राइस दूर हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि 19,500, 550, 600, 650, 4 स्ट्राइक प्राइस अपन लोग दूर हो जाते हैं, ताकि अपना वहां पे रिस्क और कम हो जाए। तो दिस इज द एडजस्टमेंट विच कैन बी डन टू सेव अस। सो नाउ मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, ये एडजस्टमेंट हो सकता है ऑल्सो। अब क्या हो सकता है, मान लेते हैं कि मार्केट में कभी भी हम आए, मार्केट 19,500 पे था, हम 19,600 को शॉर्ट किए 12 रुपए पे। मार्केट 500 से 450 में आ गया, एक फ्लैश क्रैश मोड में आ गया, 450 से 400 छू गया, छू तो गया। अब क्या होगा कि मान लेते हैं कि मार्केट स्टिल विक्स अचानक से राइज कर गया, मेरा प्रीमियम प्राइस मेरा 70% ट्रेलिंग क्राइटेरिया को हिट नहीं किया, और मार्केट 400 से वापस स्पीड में 500 पे चल गया। वी हैव सीन वी शेप्ड रिकवरीज इन द मार्केट विद लाइक 15 एंड 20 मिनट्स, होता है, कभी कभी होता है। इन दैट केस क्या होगा कि विक्स हायर हो गया, मार्केट वापस 19,600 ही शॉर्ट किया था, 19,500 पे ही वापस आ गया। उस टाइम पे मैंने उसको 12 रुपए पे शॉर्ट किया था। नाउ इट विल बी सिटिंग एट 15 रुपीज ड्यू टू द राइज इन दिस। अब क्या होगा, प्रीमियम स्क्यू तो हो गया भैया। अब क्या हो गया कि इसको अब हम लोग कैसे हैंडल करेंगे। यहाँ पे भी अब मेरा 15 रुपए पे आ गए हैं, हम अपना इनिशियल स्टॉप लॉस को मेंटेन करें। यहाँ पे क्या है कि मेरा थोड़ा सा डिस्क्रिप्शन अब हमको साथ है, कि ये मेरे साथ एक मेजर मेरिट भी है, डीमेरिट भी है, हम लोग दोनों केस में बात करेंगे। तो अब क्या होता है कि मार्केट 15 रुपए पे आ गया है, 19,600 का, अभी भी मेरे पास 100 पॉइंट का बफर है मार्केट से स्टिल पैसा निकालने का, बट विक्स हाई होने के कारण क्या हो गया कि अपने पास यहाँ पे प्रीमियम तो बढ़ गया। तो इस केस में क्या होगा ना कि मेरा ट्रेलिंग एसल नहीं होगा, क्योंकि मार्केट तो फेज और स्लो फेज मैनर में वापस उसी पॉइंट पर आ गया। अब हो सकता है कि वो 500 से वापस 550 भी जाने लगे, मेरा 70% वाला क्राइटेरिया नहीं होगा, तो मेरा ट्रेलिंग नहीं हुआ। इस केस में अब हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि उसके बाद फिर 550 से 520 आ गया, फिर 550 आ गया, अब यहाँ पे डीके आना शुरू हुआ। इस केस में भैया 75% का तो ट्रेलिंग नहीं हुआ अब, क्योंकि ट्रेलिंग क्राइटेरिया मेरा हिट नहीं हुआ कि 75% पे हम उसको कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट पे ले आए। बट सिर्फ डीके के कारण थोड़ा सा रहा। अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि टाइम भी तो मेरा कम हो रहा है ना एक्सपायरी के साथ। उस केस में भी हम लोग अपना ट्रेलिंग शुरू कर देंगे, कि अब लास्ट का 1 घंटा बचा है, वो अगर 8 रुपए पे भी आ गया है, 7 रुपए पे भी आ गया है, तो एटलीस्ट जो हम 20-21 रुपए का एसएल लेंगे, उसको हम लोग कम से कम 18 कॉस्ट से 2-4 रुपए और ऊपर कर ले रहे हैं, क्योंकि विक्स भी तो अपना बढ़ चुका है। ऑल्दो उसका हिट होगा नहीं होगा अपने को नहीं पता, तो अपने को रिस्क भी इन टाइम फेज मैनर उसको भी गिराते रहना होगा। नाउ एक्सपायरी पे आते जा रहा है, हम इसको टिक बाई टिक पे, यूजुअली अब इसको ऑटोमेट करने का भी हम लोग देख रहे हैं, तो टिक बाई टिक डेटा को हम लोग बैकएंड पे स्टोर करके प्रीमियम वैल्यूज के साथ कंपेयर करके, दैट इज अ वेरी लॉन्ग टॉपिक, वी कैन गो इनटू इट सम अदर टाइम। बट इसके हिसाब से हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं कि वहां पे भी अपने को ट्रेडिंग करना है। हम क्या करते हैं कि जब 12 का प्रीमियम 15 रुपए हो जाता है विक्स हाई के कारण, जो मेरा 21 का स्टॉप लॉस है, हम उसको भी थोड़ा 1-2 पॉइंट से बढ़ा देते हैं, 21 का 22-23 कर देते हैं। ये कभी कभी जब अगर हुआ है तो ये मेरे को स्पाइक से बचा है, क्योंकि 21 छू के वापस मार्केट गिरा और हम स्टॉप लॉस 24 पे कर लिए। बट कभी कभी हुआ है कि ये मेरा 24 को भी छुआ है, एंड दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मेरा रिस्क जो 1.7 टाइम्स का था, वो थोड़ा बढ़ के 1.8 1.9 टाइम्स का भी हो गया। तो इंस्टेड ऑफ लूजिंग जस्ट 1.5%, आई हैव लॉस्ट 1.8 1.9% ऑफ द कैपिटल। दैट्स द रिस्क व्हिच आई एम रेडी टू टेक, बिकॉज हो सकता है मार्केट कैन नॉट बी ऑलवेज इन द सेम सिनेरियो। डायनेमिक है मार्केट, मार्केट कभी विक्स बढ़ सकता है, गिर सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है। उसके हिसाब से वी हैव टू वर्क। नाउ लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड। तो भैया ये तो अपना एंट्री क्राइटेरिया हो गया। एग्जिट क्राइटेरिया क्या होना चाहिए? सो भैया एक्सपायरी डे का तो एग्जिट क्राइटेरिया है कि वी हैव टू रियलाइज ऑल द प्रीमियम वैल्यू। ऑप्शन है कि अपना जीरो में जाना चाहिए। एंड तो अब एग्जिट क्या है? अब मान लेते हैं कि ये जीरो डीटी का हो गया। अब नॉन जीरो डीटी में क्या होगा कि नॉन एक्सपायरी डेज में अब इसको क्या करेंगे? तो नॉन एक्सपायरी डेज में क्या होता है ना कि प्रीमियम का स्पाइक्स काफी ज्यादा होता है नॉर्मल डेज से, क्योंकि उस दिन का वैल्यूज के हिसाब से अगर हम लोग उसका सारे वैल्यूज को देखें, डेल्टा वेगा रो, अगर हम लोग सारे ग्रीक्स का वैल्यू देखेंगे उसके हिसाब से उसमें स्पाइक्स ज्यादा आते हैं। सो ऑप्शन का ग्रीक के सब स्पाइक जाए तो हम इसको क्या करते हैं नॉन एक्सपायरी डेज पे। मेरा मेन टारगेट क्या होता है कि ऑप्शन वैल्यू जो है उसका 40% भी अगर हमको रियलाइज हो जाए, आई विल ट्रेल माई स्टॉप लॉस टू कॉस्ट। क्या करेंगे उस टाइम में थोड़ा क्वांटिटी को मे बी शायद बुक भी कर ले। तो अब क्या होगा कि 40-30% पे आ गया, हम उसको कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट पे ट्रेल कर लिए। अब क्या है कि 40-30% अगर आया है तो दैट मीन्स द मार्केट इज मूविंग इन माई फेवर। हम क्या 20-30% बुक किए नहीं किए दैट्स ऑल ऑन मी, हम उसको बुक किए तो वेल एंड गुड। अब अगर 40% भी आ गया है तो हम उसको पूरा बुक करके एग्जिट नहीं करेंगे। अगर क्या पता अगर ट्रेंड अगर कंटिन्यू हो गया, मार्केट मेरे से भी ज्यादा फेवर में आ जाए, तो भैया 70% तक भी तो रियलाइज हो सकता है, 80% भी रियलाइज हो सकता है। आई हैव सीन डेज मार्केट ओपन एट 19500, आई फॉर्म द बुलिश व्यू, तो हम अपना पुट यहाँ पे शॉर्ट कर दिए 19400 का। अब मार्केट 500 से 600 700 चल गया, तो उस डे पे वेरी नेक्स्ट डे का तो भैया लिटरली नेक्स्ट टू 2 4 5 रुपए पे एक्सपायर हो जाता है। तो वो जो सुबह जो खुला था 20 रुपए पे, 25 30 रुपए पे, वो दिन एंड पे 5 रुपए पे एक्सपायर होता है। तो भैया 40% से भी ज्यादा रिलाइज होता है। तो हम पोजीशन को स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं करेंगे, 40% वाला हम ट्रेल करते चले जाएंगे। एवरी 5 पॉइंट 10 पॉइंट एक्स्ट्रा मूव हुआ मेरे फेवर पे, हम उसको और एक्स्ट्रा ट्रेलिंग करते करते चल गए। दीज आर द एग्जिट क्राइटेरिया। एक्सपायरी डे का जीरो हो, नॉन एक्सपायरी डेज पे जिस हिसाब से हम उसको ट्रेल कर सकते हैं 40% पे हम उसको ट्रेल कर लेंगे। So this is all about my setup. This is the complete setup which I can give, and people can work around on it if they want to build it in a better way. They can also work around it. This is what I use, and this is what is giving my money. This is my roti chicken का अपना setup अपना यही है. This is what it is for me. Now what people see, what can be the expectations from the market? People come into the market, भैया आज 100% बना के चल जाएंगे, आज 200% बना के चल जाएंगे. That is not it. So now let's talk about the expectations. People come into the market and say कि भैया अपने को तो आज एक ही दिन में 100% चाहिए, 50% चाहिए, 60% चाहिए. So no, that is not going to work in any case. So see, this is a directional setup. So the reward is on the higher side. So the risk will be on the higher side, and drawdown will be a little aggressive as well. So उसके हिसाब से अपन को इसको सही से पोजीशन साइजिंग हिसाब से करना है। So what I am doing, मेरे को इसका pros and cons पता है, when I need to enter, when I need to exit, because I've been working on this setup for like 1.5 years. So even if you like do one third of the quantity which I am doing, one third of the way of the position sizing, you can easily get 25 to 35% per annum. That is the realistic expectation. So you can get more than that. That's all on you. You can get anything, but average, if all the rules are followed, you can get easily 25 to 35%. I have got a return of 150% in the last year, but there were some times the system was not automated. Sometimes the rules were broken. Sometimes the restrictions were. But yeah, I got 150%. But that cannot be true for you, because I have also taken the bigger hits as well. There are days जब ये सेटअप हमको दो बार लिया और दोनों बार मेरा प्रॉफिट में भी गया। 500 को 19500 था, बेरिश भी बना, 600 को शॉर्ट किए, डे एंड पे 400 पे चल गया भैया, 500 को भी शॉर्ट किए, 500 450 को भी शॉर्ट किए, 3 गुना हमको प्रॉफिट मिल गया। देयर आर डेज आई हैव टेकन द हिट एज वेल, so I have got 150%. But if you follow the process properly, even in not only one third of the size, you can get 25 to 35% per annum very easily. So these are the realistic expectation. One should always keep a realistic expectation from the market. महीने का 2-3% ही होता है, 25-35%. One should be happy with that as well. If you are, this was the realistic expectation. So thank you guys. So this is my mail ID and my Twitter handle. If you guys have any doubt, you can immediately DM me on Twitter. You can write me a mail, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. So yeah, this is this setup which I have been using personally, and I can show you the returns as well. So let's go to my Zerodha ID as well. So this is my setup, and I have been using it from quite a long time. 1.5 years हो गए कि मेरे को डायरेक्शनल नहीं completely अब हम घुस गए हैं. So as you can see, I have grown my account all the way from like 40 lakhs से हम इसको grow करना शुरू किए थे. I cannot go a little more back. So let's go to the reports of my P&L, and let's take uh, from September to September. Let's take this setup. September to September. Let's उससे भी पहले कर लेते हैं. चलो. September to September, 1 year exactly. This is what I've been using. 1st September 2022 to 1st September 2023. Let's see what exactly was there. Sorry, my bad. It wasn't futures and options. So here are the days exactly. That is 1.1 CR was realized,
Wow.
and the starting capital was just 40 lakhs. I grew it from here all the way till here. There are days where I have been screwing up as well. There are days this has given me good rewards as well. So everything will be in the setup and everything can be there. Now what we can see ki, so what you are seeing the downs, I usually take out my money over the weekends. I don't keep it with my broker. On every weekend I take it out, and on every weekdays I put it back as well. So I grew it all the way from 1 point above 40 lakhs all the way till 1.45 lakhs. So this is the returns which I have been getting, and this is how I have been working on. There are my handles, mail handle and my Twitter handle. You can contact me anytime, and you can DM me as well as Krish Bhaiya for the same. And thank you, Krish Bhaiya, for providing me the opportunity to come here and speak my story and the setup as well.
Yeah, yeah. Glad to hear from you. And the good part, which I like about your final statement is all about charges. You hardly given 4,000, 4 lakh, which most of the traders they might give you 20 to 25% of their profits in the form of charges to the broker. And
when 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 I was in the non-directional end as well, even I was paying huge charges as well. 20, 25, 30% I was paying as charges. No
yeah,
point on that.
I have surprised quietly because my charges is around 8 to 10% in between from my profits most of the times.
I'll show you one more thing. If
But
I go to the PNL, right now we are running in like October month.
yeah,
So the October month, sorry, my bad. So October month, which we are running right now. So see, October month,
damn.
sorry, this is from October to October. Sorry, October to here. Here in October month, we can see we are already on a gain of 9 lakhs, but the charges are quite less. The brokerage is just so yeah. In this case, now the adjustments will be very less. You have to accept the days. I am wrong. Accept it. Gone. You just can't keep on like adding, and these are like not just small orders. In my case, I usually short 18,000 quantities. So in that case, 10 quantities of hedge, 10 quantities of main selling position, and to exit also 20 more orders. So 40 orders are being punched in. So yeah, orders are being considered, but yeah, you have to work in a well-defined manner. So yeah, you can get it as well. So thank you so much, Krish Bhaiya, for the same and providing the opportunity.
So that's it from my side today, guys. Hope you like the content. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll meet in the next podcast. Bye bye. Have a great day.